All right, here we are yet again for another one of Rocki's reviews. I, this week, am talking about House of Dragons. The second season just started. This is the Game of Thrones series, if you're not familiar. A lot of people didn't watch Game of Thrones. A ton of people did. I feel like the people who didn't like it for the same reason I didn't like Dave Matthews Band in high school. You know, it was like the uber popular thing at that moment. But if you are open-minded now, maybe a little bit later on in the game, it's a good series. It's a really good series and a really good representation of what Game of Thrones was, the original series. So I would get into it if I were you. Give it a shot, unless you're just not into fantasy and dragons and all that stuff. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But House of Dragons is very good. The story with Rhaenyra and Viserys and Alicent and the whole happenings like 300 years before the Game of Thrones that we originally got to know is really interesting. And you can kind of see these parallels in the story that they reference in the original one. So you're kind of watching the history unfold before your eyes. It's really good, great cast, very well written, very well acted. You gotta check it out. Obviously, it's on HBO. I don't know why I said obviously, but most of the Game of Thrones stuff is there. So check it out. Again, House of the Dragons. If you haven't seen the second season, you have a full first season to binge. So it is my gift to you. Happy binging, and we'll talk to you a little bit more next week.